Okay, so now we're back with part two of my little video series to introduce you to the course and where things or how things are laid out. Again, getting back to the table of contents area, we've already covered what's going on here in the course home area. One thing that it does differently than the former configuration of these courses used to be, I think when you open and close these areas, you just used to click on the title area. That's not the case any longer. Now they have this little up tab. If you click on that, it closes it again. So that's how you open and you open it, by clicking on the title, close it by clicking on that little up arrow. Okay, let's go through the tabs here first quickly. Some things going on there, and then we'll look at what's going on relative to this key terms and pre-quizzes and exams. Okay, like I said, gradebook. Keenly important. That's where you're going to want to track your grades from as you take the various assessment tools, the quizzes, the exams. Those things are graded and they're entered in the grade book. The threaded discussions, I go in and review, and then I enter your grade in the grade book. So that's where you can, again, track your grade. And so if you open that up, the way, again, this is structured in this course, grades to date, as you're accumulating points, your grades will show up there. And then if you go to each given chapter unit, then that opens up the chapter, and of course you can see what I can see, which is the whole class. And I guess I can do this now because nobody's got a grade. I won't do this later. But as you take these various assessments, in this case for Unit 1, the only thing that's there is a quiz. When you take those quizzes, the grades get entered in here. For Unit 2, there's quiz and a threaded discussion, so those will be there. Unit 3 actually is where there's a quiz in the first major exam. So those items will all be entered in these various areas. You can go in and check that and track your grade. Second area is email. You can come in and email any. I'm not sure how it works for you. I know I can send the whole class and each individual person. I can access your email through here, which I often do. You can send one to me directly through this mechanism as well, or you can just use the Northwest account email account system. What I would advise you do most of the time, probably. Live is I believe, the little chat room function that's going on. Right. I don't have that activated right now. If there's a reason, a significant number of students who want to get together at some point in time where there's a common time that can be identified, I may activate that. I have in the past. It really comes up to the demands of the students. One of the problems, though, which is actually an advantage of taking an online course, once something's open, you can go in and do it at your own schedule. And so you're not tied to a specific class time. So that kind of gets in the way of an online class many times as well. So whether or not that gets used or not, we'll see. If it does, you'll get announced, and I'll show you how to use that in a future video. Doc sharing is something you're definitely going to want to check out, because in here, some other information you can locate. And if I give you additional readings or supporting information, it might come through this portal as well, the Doc Sharing portal. And I've already provided some things here. One, there's a copy of the schedule you can download. There's a copy of the syllabus you can download. There are chapter outlines. If you open these things, the chapter outlines, it gives you an outline form following the structure of each of the chapters, a summary outline of the material in each section within that chapter. So as you're reading the material, you can use that to help make notes. I have provided the first three here outlines individually as Microsoft Word files. I have also created a zip file, an archive file of all of the outlines for all the chapters for this course that's found down here. So if you know how to deal with those things, you can download that directly to your computer, unzip that file, it'll open a folder that has all those files located in it. You'll be ready to go with that. So you'll have all of those outlines. As you're reading through the text material, it'll help you, facilitate you taking notes and being prepared for each one of the quizzes and exams. Oh, one thing I'll mention now. Since this is an online class during the summer, everything's compressed. One of the things that I don't have any problem doing, and actually I make it quite clear, when you go to take any quiz, when you go to take any exam, It's open book, open note. Okay, I can't control it any other way anyhow, but that makes it easier on you. Again, one of the beauties of an online course, you can do it on your schedule. I can provide different additional tools to help you learn. I can answer questions. I can create little videos to help try to explain things. But you don't have the advantage of getting together on a regular basis, Monday through Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for a given time where you're able to listen to me describe things in person and ask questions in that setting. So much of your success in this class is going to come based on you reading the appropriate chapters in the text. These outlines help provide a tool for you to be able to do that more efficiently, hopefully. So that's something else you're probably going to want to download and make use of. Okay. Now if I come back over here to the course home area, the announcement sections, if there's something pertinent from time to time that is important, I'll post it in here, so you want to keep tracking that. But like I said, I've already posted something here, and it basically gives a little overview of the key terms at the end of every chapter in your text. There's a list of key terms, so you want to review those. There's a glossary at the end of the text to help you understand those if you have trouble finding those terms in the text, but they're pretty prominent terms, so hopefully you don't have too much trouble finding those things in the text. But if you want a specific definition, go to the glossary. Also refers you to the zip file containing all the chapter outlines and doc sharing. And also I refer you out to a geology textbook website. It's actually prepared by the textbook publisher. This pertains to the previous version of the text, the 8th edition, not the 9th edition, because in their infinite wisdom, when they created the 9th edition, they kind of changed their approach to providing you, the student, with their online website, and something that if you get the text new, if you buy the text, they give you a code to access it. Since we're a textbook rental course university, that doesn't work that way. So I can't send you to the 9th edition website, but I can send you to the 8th. In general, the main information in the 8th edition is still the same. What they've done is they've added in new examples and they've added some new chapters and so forth that I'm not even addressing in this course, so we don't have to worry about it. More up-to-date events have been added into that text. Okay, well, I'll talk about some of those throughout the course anyways. But the key thing about, or the keen thing, or the cool thing about this website, the 8th edition website, if you click on that, this should be a live link. It should be a live link. There we go. And it opens it up. Okay, and here it is. Let me readjust it so it's in the window, so it's recording. Up here is a listing to all the chapters, and for the most part, all the chapters match the current chapter numbers. The only thing that's different is what is now chapter 23 in the 9th edition used to be chapter 21 in the 8th edition. But if you click on any of these chapters, here we go. Okay, you'll notice over here on their table of contents area, they have a general overview of what's expected in that chapter. They give you concept quizzes that work through chronologically through each chapter. So you can go in and take those quizzes to see how you're understanding that material. So this is a way to pre-test yourself before you actually go in and take the quiz for real. So if you want to take the time, and I suggest you do, to go in and take some of these quizzes, because those people who go through these extra steps in order to do these things, to make sure they understand what's going on, even though it's an open book quiz and testing environment, if you're not prepared, know where to go to get the information, a lot of people struggle and don't do as well as you think you're going to do. So this is another resource you can go in and do those things. Again, the concept quizzes is even a chapter test that has, 20, 30 questions. You can go in and test yourself ahead of time before you go in and take the given exams. So that's just another resource that's out there for you. And again, you can access that directly through here. And even though it's chapter 8, the 8th edition, it still pertains for all intents and purposes for this course. So getting up on time here, so I'm going to cut off this video and I'll come back and talk a little bit more about the table of contents area.